Hello, Trojan Vision. This is Soundstage, and I'm your host, Optin Adari. We have a great new show to start off the semester. We have Livey Beha here in the studio with us, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Soundstage. I'm Optin Adari, and today I am with Livey Beha here in the studio.
Hello.
How are you doing, Liv?
I'm good. How are you doing, Optin?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to start a new season of the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming on. So, tell me a little bit about how you got into music. Like, when did you start playing? What instrument did you play first? Was it always guitar?
So my mom's favorite story is when I was 2 or 3, she got this Mickey Mouse Christmas book, and it would play songs when you press buttons. And so I started singing when I was really, really little, and then went to an arts high school and originally was going to be a classical singer, and then I took a songwriting class just because that was what they put on my schedule. It wasn't even supposed to be there, and it was a super cool class that I ended up switching majors or emphasis in high school, and then just have kept songwriting since.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how did you learn guitar then? Did you learn it through school?
Yeah, so the songwriting class was literally just all right, so here are, I don't know if you're familiar with the musical alphabet, but it's pretty much A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and here's how you play them on the piano and write a song. See you next week. And so I just I had a piano at my house, but had never tried to play it or knew what to do with it. So I just sat down and taught myself. Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what?
And guitar came a couple years after, just learning chords on the internet. The interwebs is a great place.
That's how I taught myself guitar too. So.
Yeah.
So what musicians did you end up gravitating towards? What inspired you musically to go in this direction?
I think I originally was very influenced by piano people like Fiona Apple and Regina Spektor and those sorts of things. And then as I started learning more guitar, I got much more into folk and older folk like James Taylor and Carly Simon and those sorts of people. And then, but I'm really I just love all types of music, so try to influence it or have lots of things influence me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to go ahead and play your first song for us?
Sure.
Cool.
You wrote the moon and the stars and traded it in for my heart. Now all the nights gone dark and I don't know how to restart. And I love the sky when the stars are hanging low. But I think it may be time to cut the rope. Hey, hey. So tell me now what I need to know. Do you care at all, or should I just let you go? You built a house out of sticks in 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Quick, blew down with the first gust of wind. Don't know what else I expected. And I'd rebuild that house from the ground 1,000 times. But it wouldn't be a home till we're inside. Hey, hey. So tell me now what I need to know. Do you care at all, or should I just let you go? I've seen the 7 wonders and somehow I still have hunger, wasting all my time, never satisfied. So tell me now what I need to know. Do you care at all, or should I just let you go? Let you go. Let you go. I just wanna let you go. I just wanna let you go. Let you go. Let you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank
that was
you.
great.
Turn down that guitar.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I guess my one question I have is, so you taught yourself guitar. What was was there any difficulty in doing that? Like, did you feel like there was a lot of bad techniques you picked up at first, or?
Oh gosh, I mean, I still have bad techniques, I think. So like sometimes I won't play with a pick, which I think is like, unless you're finger picking, like a lot of people are like, if you're strumming, like you need to have a pick. And so sometimes I like switch back and forth. And I think that teaching yourself kind of gives you the liberty to like do whatever you want and not have anyone kind of try and box you in creatively, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So did you play any other instruments?
Yeah, so I play piano and guitar, and I have a ukulele, try to write songs on it, but it doesn't really fit with my vibe as far as like songs that I write. Yeah.
So speaking of that, I guess, so you have a very specific songwriting style. Where does it come from? Like who influenced you in that regard, like the way you play?
I think that I really like Ben Howard and like a couple folk artists that are like currently in the mix, I guess, as far as like people who are performing now that I've seen live, and I try and get a lot of like inspiration from live performances and imagine myself when I write songs in like different places, writing those songs, like performing those songs in the different arenas or like shows or like areas that I've like seen performances.
Groovy.
Yeah.
So where did that one? Where did you imagine yourself playing that one?
This one was actually, I imagined myself like playing at the Grand Canyon. So the line in the like last verse is like, I've seen the 7 wonders and somehow I still have hunger. And it's actually about like, I was at the Grand Canyon and was like still thinking about this person, even though I was like, I'm at the Grand Canyon. Like, why am I thinking about this person who's like back in LA? So that was kind of, so I was like thinking about playing it at the Grand Canyon.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Do you want to play one more song for us this time?
Sure,
Cool.
let's do it.
Gotta get the pick. Sometimes I wonder if there was something I missed, a lesson learned from a slap on the wrist that my mama forgot to give, keeping me a sweet and naive kid. 'Cause I give away love just to know it exists. When it don't come back, I just start making lists of all the things I could have done and said to make him stay, abandoning all hope by the second page. 'Cause I keep running in the same old circles. I go round and round and round again. again like a bad habit. I keep running in the same old circles. I go round and round and round again like a bad habit. Hey! Everyone knows I'm putting up a fight. Left my hometown just to stay alive. Wanna get my name up in neon lights and see their shine reflecting in your eyes. But I'm a saboteur to the highest degree. Yeah, my critics, they all seem to look a lot like me. 'Cause I keep running in the same old circles. I go round and round and round again like a bad habit. I keep running in the same old circles. I go round and round and round again like a bad habit. Oh, 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 I'm running. Oh, 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 I'm running. Oh, 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 I'm running. Give me a leash and call me dog. 'Cause I'll chase my tail till I've had enough. That don't mean that I'm content. I'll keep piling up regrets from my bad habits, from my bad habits, from my bad habits, from my bad habits.
That was awesome.
Thank you. It would be fun to have a band behind me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is that something that you hope to have, a band
Yes,
behind you?
eventually. If anyone likes drumming for folk musicians, hit me up.
Did you say like a full band, like a drummer and?
Eventually, that is the plan. Yes.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. Do you feel like you're more like you are more comfortable in a band setting as opposed to a singer-songwriter setting, or?
I think so. I think my biggest problem, especially like self-teaching, is like that I have a large, and I could fix this easily with a metronome, but I have a large problem with like keeping in time. So
Yeah, I mean that's the real benefit of a
Exactly.
drummer and a
Exactly.
bassist.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So do you feel like your music or your sound will change more once you do that?
I think so, but I think it will like be more like just open creative doors rather
Cool.
than
Yeah.
like, shutting them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, a lot of the bands a lot of the folk musicians you mentioned play with like a full band as
Right.
opposed to just like
Exactly.
one person.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of like you said concerts are really big for you. What concerts have like really stuck out to you and like shaped you emotionally?
I think so probably St. Vincent
Cool.
was like the first concert that I ever went to where I like purchased the tickets as like a high school student being like, oh my gosh, I want to go to this artist instead of like my parents buying them for me or something. And she was just like, she knew like everything was orchestrated to a T. Like it was a piece of art. And I was like, that's what concerts are. They're like supposed to be something that you resonate with, but you also can like acknowledge that like so much time and effort was put into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm seeing her next month, so that makes me excited.
Oh gosh, you should.
All right, that's all we have for this half. We'll be right back after this short break with more music. So stay tuned.
Sometimes you feel like life is fading away,
but TV's there for you night and day.
it really isn't fair, but they're taking us off air. If we don't prove our shows have viewers who really watch or care.
Time has come to show us that you're there.
Otherwise, the dean's gonna take our funding.
So turn on your TVs and open up your hearts. So next year we don't have to broadcast from a parking lot.
So please keep
So please keep us on air.
Hi, and welcome back to Soundstage. I'm here with Livey Beha.
Hello.
Cool. So when we left off, we were talking about concert experiences, I guess.
Yes.
So if there was one concert you could go to, like from any time period, any musician, dead or alive, who would it have been, do you think?
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
In the heyday?
Yeah. I would see them now too. They're like
Well,
the top
true,
of my
yeah.
list. Like as soon as I can get tickets, I will most definitely be going to go see the Rolling Stones.
But I imagine it's not going to be the same as, seeing them when they're all
Probably. I
young
think
and really full of energy.
true, but I feel like Mick Jagger's he's aged very well. Have you
Yeah,
seen him sprint
no.
up and down that stage? I watch the concert videos online and stuff too. I'm just so
Absolutely.
ready.
Him and Steven Tyler have also still.
know.
Yeah, I saw Aerosmith was my first concert.
Oh,
actually.
really? That's
Yeah.
really dope.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's that guy. I mean, just like him and Mick Jagger. One, they're both with the giant lips,
I
but
know.
also they have so much energy still at this age.
I know. I hope that I can keep that. I think it's music keeps you young. I've heard that from a lot of people that there are people who are in their 60s and 70s who are still just gigging because it's a fun job, so you're not stressed out about it.
Absolutely, that's great. Well, so I mean, on that note, how do you feel about gigs? Do you get stressed about it, or
I think it just depends on the level of practice that I've done beforehand, to be honest. But most of the time, it's just a fun experience that I get to share my music and stuff that I'm passionate about with other people.
Cool, absolutely. So you want to play us your third song?
Sure beans.
Sweet.
This is called Color and Line. Gotta grab that pick again.
Curly-haired boy with a childish grin. You don't understand how bad you did me in. 'Cause while you see the hues in the days of the week, every day without you is gray to me. Oh, you see the world by design, and it's a beautiful mess of color and line. 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 You seem to soak in each ounce of life. Every moment one for the storybooks you'll write. And when we sing, it's not always on key. We'll plug up our ears and sing the harmonies. Oh, you see the world by design, and it's a beautiful mess of color and line. 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 May your parties be hard, may your food be gourmet. May we always stay in touch if we both move away. 'Cause no second with you's been a waste of my time. I am grateful to know open my eyes to color, color, and line.
Woo! That was very pretty. Thank you. So we talked a little bit about songwriting before the break, but I'm curious. What is like your creative process? Do you like to start with lyrics first, or do you come up with like the chords first?
It really just depends on the song, but most of the time it's like I'll have one line that I like come up with while my like headspace is empty, and it will just like pop in there, and then I'll record it on my phone and then bring it back to my room and play tons of different like variations of it, and then like try and add something. And usually it's like from true experiences or like partially true experiences.
Okay, cool. So so in terms of like, so you talked about taking songwriting classes in school. So there we are. So how did that, I guess, shape you, and like did that help you become a songwriter, or did you have to learn more of it outside of that?
It definitely helped. I wouldn't be doing music without the songwriting classes that I took in high school and here at USC. And it basically kind of, now they basically like push me to just continue to like explore and like have someone to be accountable to. But in the past, it's definitely just like examining other people's songs, like what they did to be successful or like to connect and kind of try to transfer those elements to your own music in a way that like fits with the songs that you want to
Cool.
write. Yeah.
Awesome. So would you like to play us another song then?
Sure. Sounds good. This one's kind of a sad one. It's okay. It's called Wicked Games. Also, debut. Never played this before. Well, outside of my bedroom. Volume.
You got sick after the party in the carport, and I rubbed your back as you leaned into the dirt. Glued to your bedside the whole night, checking for vital signs, when suddenly I became concerned for mine. 'Cause the name you whispered, it was hers. Now some say that love and lies are one and the same, but I don't have time to waste, don't wanna play your wicked games. Wicked games. When the sunlight flooded in the next morning, oh, much more than just our coffee brewed. There was a stranger at my kitchen table. He had Judas in his eyes and a crucifix tattoo. He had Judas in his eyes and a crucifix tattoo. Ooh. Now some say that love and lies are one and the same, but I don't have time to waste, don't wanna play a wicked game. Wicked games. Wicked games.
So so that was a pretty sad song, but do you feel like you prefer writing sad music to happy music, or happy music to sad music generally, or is it about how you feel in the moment?
I think it's about how I feel in the moment, and unfortunately, usually when I'm happy, I like to go out and do stuff and like be with my friends and like all that stuff. When I'm sad, I'm like
You wanna
sitting in my
write
room
music.
like, let's write a song. So then the majority of the songs are a little bit sad or like melancholy-ish, but I'm working on trying to, diversify.
No, that's great
Yeah.
though. Plus, I mean, it's good motivation at least. It's a good way to
For sure.
express.
Yeah, very
everything.
cathartic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So is that why? I guess on that note, what's the real draw of songwriting to you? Is it that it's cathartic, or?
I think it originally comes from just like a love of singing, and while I do love singing other people's songs, I also feel like I have my own voice that I have things to say with, or like I can say things with it, and that for me is just like telling my own story and telling other people's stories through the lens of my songs is just always been a really attractive feature of having this skill of songwriting. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's the future for you then? Do you have any plans? Do you plan on releasing anything?
Yeah, so this semester I'm actually in Songwriting 3 at Thornton. So we are like putting out songs pretty much every week, and so I am working on an EP, fingers crossed. But and then we are doing live performances, so y'all should come check out the Songwriting 3 live performances, and also all of Thornton's performances because they're great.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, that's all we have for you this week. Thank you for tuning into Soundstage and the first show of the semester. We'll be back next week with more great music, but in the meantime, Liv, would you like to play us off?
For sure.
Sweet.
This is my fave song about all the beautiful people, and so it's called Beautiful People, appropriately. All right.
15 miles south where the sea meets the shore, my brain hollows out. All I think of anymore is this where I'm supposed to be? 'Cause there are beautiful people waiting for me, like my mama who called from a public bathroom, said I left him for good, won't take one more bruise. A 20-year winter turns to spring, and there are beautiful people blooming. We're all waiting for our season to arrive. Beautiful people just getting by. Meet at the hospital where the walls are too wide. No matter what you say, the words don't come out right. But you're the bravest person I